Mission Log 090516, Captain Chris Risto of the PR-03. Current mission, find the source of the Korvax distress signal. Status, recovering from hyperdrive, suffering a massive migraine from the Gek, and searching Yikalakovorodv for signs of the Korvax. My blind hyperdrive landed me in the Yikalakovorodv system of the Ibov Tech Mass region. It's a mouthful to say at the least. I steered Rasamama directly into the nearby space station. I find it odd that every system has a station, but I guess it shows the magnitude of Atlas's reach. I walked in hoping to find the Korvax. Instead, I met my first Vy'Keen. Lacking any of their vocabulary and unsure of their standing with the Gek, I flashed my multi-tool and gave him a nod. He just let out a grunt. I'm positive the similarity to the word Viking is not by chance. Not wanting to push my luck, I rushed out and flew towards the nearest planet. Entering the atmosphere of Abalan, Deris. Days had passed with no word from Mission Command, yet I still transmitted hoping for a response. I assumed Rasamama's communication systems were fully functional as no obvious malfunctions had been reported from the control panel. Fuel appeared to be low, so I would need to err on the side of caution when it came to landing on these newly discovered planets. Abalan Deris appeared to be nothing but rock with obvious dangerous conditions. Resources, life, signs of development were all limited, so I moved on. The next planet reminded me of Earth as I approached. I longed for the comforts of home. People gathered in towns, neighborhoods, even kids screaming, playing outside. Even though I wasn't fond of city life, walking crowded streets would be a nice break from the solitude of space. I'd take a Gek City skyline at this point if there was such a thing. Entering the atmosphere of Vy'Keen. Destination, manufacturing facility. Sure would be nice if I could manufacture some extra storage space for my ship. Turns out the planet was nothing like Earth. Flora and fauna were scarce, if existent at all. Just water and rocky hills, almost mountains, with bizarre floating islands, perhaps caused by gravitational anomalies. However, I did not experience any change in gravity myself. I landed at the Vuval Moor manufacturing facility. Approaching the door now. It's reinforced still, and I'm going to blast my way in. Of course, the planet lacks everything but sentinels. Sentinel forces are too strong, I'm leaving. But I was out of fuel again. I had no choice but to fight. I'm blasting the door open, still receiving fire from sentinels. The facility was empty besides the waste of metal that followed me in, a tiny bit of fuel, and most importantly, the formula for antimatter. The new discovery made me hopeful that Vy'Keen would prove to be a beneficial planet after all. We just need to fly around for a while, find some resources and facilities. As I searched, I caught a glimpse of a monolith. To confirm I'd escaped the Gek Dominion, I investigated. It turned out to be Vy'Keen, the Inpeneq landmark, an unstable edifice with a small hole dripping lava. Valuable equipment stood just behind the dangerous opening. I knew I could reach it, so I moved my arm in towards it slowly. Then a tribal voice shook the ground. The entire structure crumbled, swallowing the equipment with it, and nearly taking my arm. I backed away, pulsing with pain, as the landmark reconstructed before my eyes. My curiosity had once again gotten the best of me, so I figured I should move on. Command, I'm approaching Trolla Linka. Lots of red clay, green patches here and there. Unsure if it's grass. The next planet yielded similar results, mountainous, non-inhabited nothingness. Trolla Linka was a snow planet with limited flora. I touched down at the Unreadum landmark where I learned a few Viking words which might come in handy. Then, in the midst of mining, a nasty Quitholium Dorism attacked me. It's like a damn rabid cow with horns. I had to put it down, and before I could consider if its meat would be toxic to my digestive system, sentinels came. I thought they would attack me, but they simply assessed the situation and moved on. So did I. Heading back to Abalan Deris. Pirates approaching. Pirates are attacking. If you can hear me, I need assistance. Vy'Keen, Korvax, anyone, please help. The ship, it's in critical condition. I'm not gonna make it. As I woke up, I saw a Padnualorium. I was on Trolla Linka again. I gave the Unreadum landmark 10 carbon isotope element for a reward. Start mining, get attacked. pretty much deja vu. But this time, I'm making it to the next planet. Re-entering Abalan. Looks a little bit different in daylight. Rocks, mountains, but lots of purple and green.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
System reports showed minimal Sentinel security, but when I stepped out of the banged-up Rasamama, I turned around and immediately saw one. Abalan was a strange-looking planet with temperatures near 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The rocks are oozing iron. Is that an albino dinosaur?
Units received. Temperature levels stabilizing.
Inside the facility was a creature which registered as carbon on my HUD. Being a weapon-free zone, I could not extract the carbon, so of course I got hit in the face by the alien tentacle. Stings. Next, at the plains of Rahira, I entered a nearly identical facility as the one before, complete with carbon-coated alien tentacles. I'm not the only one with a case of the itches, though. Man, I could use some bacon. Later in the day, I found a working satellite operations facility outside Exano Plains. Met a Vy'Keen inside, Warrior Mintz. While he was busy reading some Vy'Keen armory catalogs, I took a multi-tool hanging on the wall, an Intrepid Gift Mark 8, 2 slots better than my current multi-tool. Warrior Mintz took notice and demanded I give the weapon back. I'm sorry, I'm keeping this. I need it more than you do. Impressed with my persistence, he just smiled and waved me along. Better equipped, I decided to spend a little more time on Abalan while the ship continued automated repairs and charges necessary to hyperdrive to the next system. During that time, I found a research specimen, a crab spider thing that scared the hell out of me, checked out the Lopatiator landmark, and then took one last look at the planet's strange beauty before making some antimatter and heading off to the next system. It's good not to have any drama for once. Until the next log, farewell.